Kristen,
Ben, how are you?
nice to see you.
Nice to see
I'm
you
so excited
too.
about this new platform, this new restream. This is really cool. So
It's super
apparently we're live, and hopefully I can't tell if there's anybody watching us or chatting, but let's just rock this.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
just rock this retinol here. So so we're gonna talk about retinol.
Yes, I want to
And
know all about the retinol.
you know I absolutely love retinol.
I
You
do,
know,
and I know that you're a retinol specialist.
I'm a retinol specialist, and I've been obsessed with this ingredient ever since I heard about how powerful it is in pharmacy school. You know, pharmacists study retinoic acid, that is vitamin A, because vitamin A has a reputation for being the only prescription topical that's indicated for anti-aging, the skin. You can't, if you go to a dermatologist and get an anti-aging product or look for anti-aging topical, you're going to get a retinoid. Now, there's
Right.
synthetic retinoids too these days, adapalene and Tazorac, but for the most part, it's retin A. That's the gold standard in anti-aging ingredients. And ever since I heard about how powerful it was in the 1980s as an anti-aging ingredient, I was fascinated with it. And today I'm obsessed with developing retinol products that take out the main problem associated with retinol. What's the main problem associated with retinol?
Irritation?
Irritation, right?
Yes.
And so I've been obsessed for almost 40 years with trying to develop retinol products that patients can use without having to experience the irritation. What I discovered is that when you mix vitamin C with your retinol, you can take out a lot of that irritation that people come to expect. Now, you still get a little bit. If your skin is super sensitive, you might have a problem. For the most part, people can use our retinol products without having any problem. And that includes our 5% retinol, right? I mean, that's a kick butt product. Now, of course, we have the retinol serum. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that retinol does for your skin. First of all, it is a powerful stimulator of collagen as well as high hyaluronic acid. It actually has an activating property for at the genetic level for the stimulation of these connective tissue fibers and polysaccharides, high hyaluronic acid, and such. You get a beefier skin, thicker skin, better connective tissue. You also get a smoother, softer skin surface. It has an exfoliating effect and also skin brightening effect. And actually, I bet you didn't know this, retinol is has an anti-melanin function. I think it might actually be a tyrosinase inhibitor. And so it will lighten the skin not only because it exfoliates pigment, but also it will help stabilize pigmentation at the melanocyte level, which is pretty cool for an anti-aging ingredient, right? So you get all of these benefits. And also, by the way, retinol is an anti-acne topical. So it will help unroof comedones. It will help prevent further blemishes. And if you have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, you get a 1-2 punch. Not only will it help with the acne blemishes, the acne inflammation, but it will also reduce the likelihood of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So you get anti-aging, you get skin lightening and skin brightening, you get a softening of the stratum corneum, you get a thicker, beefier dermis, and as if that weren't enough, it's also protective against skin cancer. In fact, it's a treatment of choice for actinic keratosis. I think I lost you.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's actually a treatment of choice for AK, for actinic keratosis, and also for KP, for keratosis pilaris, for chicken skin. Yes, you can actually use retinol, and you should take vitamin A also. And a lot of these things that retinol is effective for topically require also, or not require, but a lot of these conditions will benefit from internal supplementation with vitamin A. And I recommend everybody supplementing with vitamin A. Vitamin A deficiency is not all that uncommon. And it doesn't always show up as full-blown disease states like night blindness, for example, is a sign of a full-blown deficiency in vitamin A. But you can have just mild problems like a keratosis pilaris, chicken skin, or acne can be caused by vitamin A deficiency. If you have intestinal problems, Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or any kind of malabsorption issues, you may run into deficiencies in vitamin A through malabsorption. For women who've had a gallbladder taken out, or men actually who've had a gallbladder taken out, they may run into vitamin A deficiencies. So number one, it's a good idea to supplement with vitamin A. I recommend everybody does that. It's an anti-aging vitamin as well as a building vitamin and an immune boosting vitamin. But also you can bypass some of the skin problems associated with vitamin A deficiency internally by using retinol topically. It's like a nutritional supplement in essence for your skin, in essence for the skin. There's also, I should say, there's different forms of retinoids. There is retinoic acid, which is the active form. That's what's in Retin-A. That does require a prescription. Retinol gets turned into retinoic acid, albeit at a slow rate. So it's about 100 times weaker than retinoic acid. And if you ever wondered why I came up with 5% and 1%, it's because I wanted to duplicate retinoic acid in an over-the-counter way. So really our retinol 1% gel and our retinol 5% gel are, they are equipotent, exactly, equipotent to Retin-A. So you can actually get a prescription, in essence, a prescription strength product, but they're better than Retin-A because you're getting 25% fat soluble vitamin C. Isn't that ridiculous? You're getting 25%. It's almost like a vitamin C product as much as it's a retinol product, and that's our retinol gels, 1% and 5%, as well as our retinol serums. And now, of course, we've got our retinol body serum coming out soon.
It's the most exciting thing ever.
I know. People always want to know about body products. Retinol is great for the body as well as for the face. You get all the same benefits, you know, collagen building, high hyaluronic acid building the stratum corneum, skin lightening, younger, youthful skin. You also, by the way, get a healthier, rosy look to the skin when you use retinol. Now, you got to take days off. That's really important. You know, I always recommend people use our retinol 1%, 5%, maybe, I don't know, what do you think, once a week? Sometimes maybe twice a week. Sensitive for people who have thinner skin, maybe they want to break themselves in it once every 2 weeks. We also have a retinol routine enhancing serum, which I love. I don't know why we don't talk enough. I don't think we talk.
It's a backbar product, but but our pros know all about it. I mean,
it kind of tops off your. What's that?
15%?
No, I'm talking about
the routine. Yes,
routine enhancing serum.
I recommend that everybody start with a routine enhancing retinol serum. Because no matter what your situation is, you can do it every single day. I recommend for it every day. And if you want to then incorporate your 1%, your 5%, it's perfect.
Right. I know what you're talking about. You were talking about the 15%.
I was.
Yeah, that kicks butt. That's for people. That's only back bar, of course.
Right.
That's for people on a peel. I remember giving it to an esthetician, and I warned her. I said, "You're going to peel like crazy if you use it." And she went ahead and used a whole bunch of it, and she flaked like crazy. That's for people who want to really exfoliate, really want to flake. And of course, that's back bar. But if you're an esthetician out there and you're listening to this, ask about our retinol 15% enhancing drops. Retinol enhancing drops. That one is a powerful, powerful way to boost the effects of a peel. You can give it to your client after the peel if they really want to flake, or have them use a little bit before the peel, or you can put a little bit in the peel if you want. And of course, we have some wonderful peels now. Our TCA peel is out, and our 5D peels. Maybe we'll do our next Restream video on our 5D peels, because I think that's one that has a lot of features and benefits that people don't know about. And then also our drench. We should talk about our drench for the hydrofacial machines, and we'll do that on our next Restream podcast. So hopefully this was good information. Is there anything else we should say about retinol? Let me think. After we do these, I always remember things that I wanted to say.
I would say that the one thing that clients of any type, pro or retail, need to know that you're so wonderful and experienced in retinol, and you're so passionate about it, that you have made every single step of retinol within your line. So from beginners and babies, spot treatment, to the next step, to the next step, to the most potent step, you have it all perfectly designed. And so we can all have confidence that we can find what we need.
Right. And let me also say this. There are retinoids in general, are a family of molecules. They're found in nature. There's lots of different retinoids, which are molecules that activate the retinol receptor, or hit the retinol receptor, the retinoid receptor on cells, and they're found in nature. And the classic one is beta carotene. And a lot of folks, for example, who are vegetarians will use beta carotene to get vitamin A-like effects or retinoid effects from vegetables, because vitamin A, or retinoid, true vitamin A, is only found in animal products. So there are plant versions of retinoids, of retinol and retinoic acid, that are found in the botanical world. And so vegetarians can use them, but there's also much milder. So there are companies that will come out with retinoid-like molecules, they say, that give you the benefits without the irritation. That they don't really work very well. The most famous one is this one called bakuchiol. Have you heard of this?
Yes, of course.
And bakuchiol, and I actually know the guy who developed bakuchiol, and he's been talking to me for many years. He developed it in the late 90s, early 2000s. And he's been talking to me about it for many years to try to use it. And you just don't get the same kind of intense benefits. I think our clients are savvy enough, certainly our estheticians are, but even our consumers, our direct to consumers, our end users who use our retinoid products, I think they're savvy enough to be able to handle the potential for irritation. You just back off or you take days off. It's not really that difficult, and it's worth it to get the real deal. You don't want an imitation, and bakuchiol is an imitation. Another imitation is retinaldehyde, and that's kind of an imitation retinol. It is weaker. I mean, it'll give you some benefits. It's not like the botanical versions, but you still can't get a lot of retinaldehyde in a product because it's so darn unstable. You know where retinaldehyde is mostly found in the body?
Where?
The eyes.
Oh.
It's the molecule, the retinaldehyde molecule is one of the major molecules in the eyes that is responsible for transducing sunlight or photonic energy into neural energy in the eyes, chemical energy and neural energy. And that's the way we see. The light hits the eyes, and then the eyes transduce that light energy into chemistry and neurology. And it's the retinaldehyde molecule is responsible for that. So by nature, retinaldehyde has to be unstable so that it can respond to photonic energy and be able to turn it into neural energy and then chemical energy from the sun. So it has to have a certain degree of instability, and that instability really precludes its use in skincare products. And when it's in skincare products, it has to be protected in a kind of bubble, like a liposome. And that limits the amount of retinaldehyde that can really be used in a skincare product. So it's really not, and on top of that, retinaldehyde has to be converted into retinoic acid, and it gets converted into retinol, kind of because it's so unstable. It goes back to retinol, it goes to retinoic acid, kind of goes back and forth. I say go with the real deal, which is retinol, or if you want to go prescription, retinoic acid, but you're not going to get the vitamin C, and you're not going to get the really elegant formulation. Our retinol gel is a super elegant formulation. It only has just a few ingredients, and a retinol serum is the same way. So retinol serums, retinol gels, our retinol routine enhancing serum, and our retinol spot treatment. Forgot about the retinol spot treatment. Retinol spot treatment is not only good for obviously for spots, for dark spots, and that's what we market it for, but it's also great for splinters or for bug bites or for spot treating wrinkles. It has all of these wonderful benefits. And now, of course, we have our retinol body serum, which will only be available through limited distributors for a while, but it'll be available to the consumers through our distributors, through our, I think we have one distributor who's going to be carrying it. And then hopefully we'll have some more retinol products out there, because I absolutely positively love that stuff, along with vitamin C, alpha hydroxy acids, and plant-derived minerals. I consider retinol to be one of the top 4 important anti-aging ingredients that everybody should be using on their skin.
I agree. I concur.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
I hope this went out. I hope this went out okay, because I don't see any comments or questions, but hopefully it went out.
We'll see.
We'll see you on our next visit, our next little podcast or video cast. Thanks, Christy.
Okay. I look forward.